And greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod. And, ooh, it almost looks like it is. It's a full moon. It's a full moon in Jalapari, in the city, or the town. Is 100 people a city? We now have a full 100 people after yesterday. We found a person when I was doing a thumbnail for the Twitch stream yesterday. I'm going to change my view. I did find a woman, another visitor who wanted to be a part of the city. Her name's Haley, and she actually is a Fletcher. And we needed a Fletcher because we are in the process of building a Fletcher, a second Fletcher, at the riverfront, but not at the riverfront where the dock is, where they're taking in supplies, logs, and special wood supplies from other towns. From the visitor dock, where the gatehouse is, we're in the process of adding, wait for them to go by. There we go, adding an Arcology Fletcher to the Agora little shopping stand that we have here. And she's already working here at level 1. And you can see that she is absolutely a Fletcher and a bell. And I was supposed to look, and I'm going to look for a minute. Oh, the warehouse is full. Now, when I left the game yesterday, the warehouse was full. And I am now going to have to deal with it. When I got out of the game, the warehouse was still okay. When it sorted, there was still room, but the fact that it's full again after it was sorted means that there probably isn't, I probably can't get away with not, you're just going to stay here. You're waiting for a train. Okay. So he's waiting for a train to take him back. I think he's deciding that he doesn't want to be here and he wants to go back to a regular village. And so he's waiting at the train station for a train to come and take him back through the mountain where he can actually go back to a village and live there, a villager's village, and live there. We have 16 villagers living in town, along with the 100 townspeople. So when we come here, when we sort, and then look in here, look at this. What? Oh my gosh, look how many coffees there are. What in the world? Okay, we'll take these out, but we're going to have to find an emerald so that we can do the upgrade. We have some emeralds, and did I hit the button? I thought I did, and I'm not seeing an indicator that's leading me downstairs. So maybe, yep, sure enough, they're upstairs. So there they are. So let me get an emerald block here. Now, all of these coffees that I have on me are going to go to Ta'ana. We cannot sell coffee. We've tried before, but I could try again and see if we can. But before I do, let's fix this right here. So right here, let's go to settings. So we've already expanded it once. We have 2 more times we can expand it before we need another warehouse. And so I am going to expand it again now. So that should have used this emerald. And so we're going to take that emerald away. And let's see. So let's sort now, and everything should be gone. And it is. I'm going to take coffee for a minute down to the marketplace, and I'm going to try again, or at least I'm going to see if in fact coffee is still doesn't have a price. It's still useless, which is really interesting that coffee would be useless, but it is. Let's look here at sellables, and let's look for coffee. And it's not there. Oh, okay. So let's go in and let's see if, in fact, we can get them to sell coffee. That would be wonderful. Because that's one of those things that there's so much of. And it just seems like something that you would have in the marketplace, doesn't it? It definitely does. I'm going to go to sleep. Hi, how are you? I'm going to go to sleep for a minute. I'm going to go down into the supply camp remnant that remains under the town hall, which is sort of like my little cave here. Oh, wait, I have a coffee cup in my hand and in all my hands. Let's take this. Let's come to here. I think that's 5. Let's look. Yep. And there we go. Okay. So it's morning, and I have a couple things that I want to do, but the main thing is to see if they will sell coffee. If they won't sell coffee, what's going to happen is they'll say so in just a moment. And let's see if it does. Yep, it has no value. So coffee is worthless. It's such a shame, but it's worthless here. So we're going to go and collect it, and we're going to take all the coffee, and we're going to take it to pack it up and ship it off to other cities. So we're not going to sell it to visitors. We're actually going to sell it. Now, Ta'ana, the nation of mermaids, they've actually gotten a kick out of getting coffee. The coffee is an unusual and interesting flavor, and they like it. And so we can definitely do that. And so we're going to come back here. And do we have any in this? We have bows there. Why don't we put the coffee here? When this fills up completely with coffee, then we will ship it out. But so far, we don't have quite that much yet. And everybody's standing here. Why are you standing here? Let's look at everything. Seems to be okay. Everything seems to be okay. So they're just waiting. We have 48 saddles. Let's find them and let's see if we can sell them. They're downstairs. I just saw an indicator for them. So they are right here. Sure enough. Let's just take 1, 2. No, I want to take a whole bunch. I don't know why I think these are sellable, but they might be. What is this? Deep slate? Yep. We're not selling it fast enough, so we'll probably have to, the deep slate, probably have to crate it and ship it out on a ship or on the rail to another town or another place. So this is what we're spending some time doing right now, is going to the market. And let's see what the price of a saddle brings. So let's come here and let's look at saddle. And it's not here. So one of two things. Either they don't sell saddles, which is a possibility, or we have never bothered to have them sell a saddle before. So let's see what happens. Let's see if he has any room. So now there should be a price for saddles. So let's look here and see. And the saddle is, whoa. Wow, that is a good price. Okay, so we're going to give him all of these and he can sell them. Now, eventually there is going to be stables. They're working on stables. I did have a stable at one point, and I'm going to look here just for a moment. Let's get the stable hut block. Now the hut block exists because they're working on styles, working on having people add stables. And so let's see if any of them are available yet. So we can come out here and we can click on this and see if we get one. And there we go. So none of the styles have a stable yet. So this is a future plan, and there aren't any buildings available for stables as yet. Who's that going down there? Oh, it's Cohen. Cohen, wait, Cohen.
Right away.
Your food is too raw. Oh, what are you holding? Eggs? Why are you holding eggs? Hold on. I'm going to take the eggs away from him and put them in his refrigerators for a moment. He's the bartender. And so we're just going to put them back here. He might need eggs, and sure enough, because he does make drinks, it's just keeping him from getting fed. So we want to take that away. We might try opening up the resort. Right now, he's just serving drinks to the people in the tavern. But we might open up the resort and have townspeople come, as opposed to visitors in the tavern. Townspeople come. And for those of you who have been following for a while, we have made some interesting progress. And the apartment building, the residence that we wanted to put at the end of this block, because it just fits so perfectly at the end of this block, is finally there. And that is the level 5 Caledonia residence. And we've already modified some of the rooms. You can see that they have candles and modified furniture, chandeliers, a word I couldn't remember the other day. I was calling them candelabras, but they're chandeliers. And I was looking for candelabras instead of chandeliers. We have Dixie over here. And I was trying to, there's something that isn't being made. And Dixie is supposed to be able to make it. And that is this, white paper extra. So what it is must not just be white paper extra. So I'm going to look at what Cash is asking for. It's not Cash, is it? It's, I think it's, there we go. No, it is Cash and Maisie both are asking for white paper extra full, and she is supposed to, oh, it's not white paper, it's just paper extra. Ah, let's come here again. That's what the problem is. Let's come to Cutter Recipes, Teach, Paper Extra. There's white paper extra and paper. Select and teach. Okay, this was why they weren't getting it. Hi, Dixie. And so now Dixie has this. Dixie, I know it is exceedingly dark in here, and I think I want to give you more light, but I definitely don't want these outdoor lanterns in here, although it kind of makes sense that they have outdoor lanterns in here, doesn't it? Yeah. We could, in areas where she's working, and I think that's what we're going to do. We can't do it with this table, the way this table is made. This table has a piece in front of it, and that would keep us from doing what we want to do. So if we did, see, she's doing these sculptures here, and this is stuff that she likes to do. See that shelf there, and it's like, yeah. So this whole area, I would need to redo this. The minute I touch this area, what's going to happen is all this is going to disappear. So let me get this and this, and we'll have to get a frame, and I might use the invisible one. Let's take that off. And let's just go ahead and remove this table. Here, and let's put in a modded table. But before we put the modded table in this area, let's take this part right here, and let's do glow. I'm gonna do glow, and let's do carpet. Let's do black carpet, and let's go 1, 2. Let's do one more, and let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's fill this in, and then let's cover that with carpet right here, and that'll light up this area a little bit more. And I could go a little farther down. I'm going to put that all the way to there. And then for the table that she's using, do we want to have tables? So we're still trying to keep it pretty, what would you call it? Medieval. Before electricity. We're still trying to keep it before electricity. And oh, it's raining. And so, oh, it's not just raining. Okay, we have to stop. Whoa, it is a serious thunderstorm. The closest housing is anyone sleeping here? Is he actually, hi. Oh, you're on, but you're stuck on the chair, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, I'm not going to be able to use those chairs in here. Let me quickly run to the town hall right here and go downstairs. Wow. Now we do have lightning rods on the roof because we do not have fire turned off. And let's come in, come down. Press that and go to bed. Okay, so it's the next morning, and yeah, there we go. So the chickpeas are and nether peppers, I believe, are all hot and dry. So we'll have to go and make sure that those, I think hot and dry is Aiden. Miriam is doing the other greenhouse that is hot and humid. But I need to go back to Dixie for a second and get her straightened out. So the thing that I keep trying to look at is, do they have, why do you keep coming over here? I'm going to put something here. I come here when I'm troubled. Because she's absolutely doing that, going over to that area there. So I think I'm going to put something there, like a bookcase or something. Tables. So we're talking about, do we want counters? We could do counters in wood. These are oak kitchen counters. So all they are just counters. They don't have any cabinets or anything like that. So let me see what this looks like. If we put that there, it would look like that. I don't necessarily like that it's making separate pieces. It's not blending together. So we won't do that. Let's look at counter again. And these are adorns. Let's come down here and look at counter from Paladin. And let's do the stripped oak counter here. Let's see what this looks like. And that's looking kind of modern, isn't it? That's looking maybe a little too modern. I forgot that Paladin has that modern look to it. Cabinets, C-A-B-I-N. Let's look at cabinets for a second and see if I can find something that sits on the ground. Yeah. These might be good, but what's the white underneath? What am I saying the white is underneath? So we don't have any plastics yet or things like that. So if I wanted to do, wait, stop, closet. We don't have closets, wardrobes, D-R. Let's look at wardrobes for a minute, because wardrobes actually have, yeah, cabinets, cabinetry. And let's look and think about putting in cabinetry like this. In this area. And I actually kind of like that. And in between, or on the sides of it, maybe putting some table. So see that sitting there? Let's put that in the middle. Let's take that away from there for a minute. And see over here where she keeps coming over here? Let's take this part away on both sides right here. And let's put in books in this area. Cases. Let's try the two bookcases here. Books, and let's combine. Let's see what happens if we go. And then these in this area. So it looks like it's like tools and things like that. I like that. That works for me. And then here, remember that pickaxe was sitting on a frame. Hi, Lucas, what are you doing here? Lucas is the blacksmith. Let's put this back here. Interesting. I can't put this on here. Oh, that's curious. Shift. Oh, that's fascinating. I cannot actually put that on one of these counters. Let's take a piece of wood. This is stripped oak wood here. We have these in the room. Let's put this strip right here. And we could put it on both sides actually if we wanted to. But let's just put it here for a minute, and let's put this on top now. Now we can put it there. Except I think I would want it to be this way. And remember there was a cutter. So let's put the cutter back. It was one of these cutters. So we'll put this cutter back right with this. Right here, put the cutter right there. And that works. And now what I want to do is I want to get an invisible frame. So I have an invisible frame right here, and I'm going to put it on this counter right there, and that way we can set the axe right there like that. That's perfect. All right, and so let me quickly put this back because this is special. That one there. And now that I just did that, these things go away. This goes away for a moment. You go away. Because see this shelf here? Let's see what we can do about this shelf. Do we want a shelf? And if we do want a shelf, we want a shelf to be here. Let's take this part down and see what kind of shelf we have. LF. Will these shelves actually work? Let's do spruce. Let's look at oak. Let's see what happens if we try and put... No. So they're only going to be here like this. So we could have a shelf there. Like that. Maybe a shelf here, but that doesn't make any sense. So these aren't going to be useful. Now this is, I'm sure that she's saying that this has to have a really, yay, and look at there. See, she's now making the paper extra that was needed for those houses. Brilliant. Good. So what do I want to put up there that's holding this up? In the past it would have been trapdoors, but now we have panel pieces, and Lady Shatana was making it a heavy shelf, since in fact these pieces are pretty heavy here. So if we had a shelf coming along like this, I would almost rather that it was this color here, and then I would prefer that it was being held up by something, and we can do it from the top, and I think that's what I'd like to do it from. Let's come here and let's get chain, CH, and let's see if this will work. A chain and bring it down from the ceiling, and it will. So we're going to show that chain is holding up this this piece right here. Nope. There we go. And there we go. Since there's chain holding other things up in the room, we'll do that. Right, Dixie? Yeah, I agree. That's much better. And there is a workplace for you to work. Let's bring this around on this side. And let's come, where's the nearest one? Is it here? Yes. So let's put this back and here, and let's put one of these here, and let's put this here, and let's put the black right here on that. So this is lit up, this area. And we could put some cabinetry around here or extend this table. But I don't think I want to do anything else right now to any of this. We've spent some time here. I want to go, let's look at the list for a second and see if there's anything else on the list that it's saying deep slate iron ore for the warehouse. Everyone's asking for so this says fulfilled by the player. That means there's no recipes for this. There's no recipe for a purple bed, and there is no recipes for these foods. So we're going to go to the dining hall chefs and make sure that they can make those foods. You're going to be waiting a long time for the train, guy. You really are. Let's come down here. We have the makings of a new yeah, here we go. So we're going to put in another planter, and this is where the field is going to be. However, we're waiting for, I believe, Cash to be done. I'm not sure we're waiting for Violetta to be done. We're definitely waiting. We have some things here that we want to fix. We want to get this fixed. But let's go to the greenhouse. Remember that greenhouse that was showing that it's not being taken care of? Usually it just means that they had time off. When they have time off, it doesn't get set, but it was last maintained today, so there's no danger now of it not working. Where was that? Where was it telling me about that? Here. No. Here. All the citizens are tucked into bed. Okay. So, we don't have anything right now that I want to do. And I'm just going to go, there we go. So, so right here, it was saying that they hadn't been maintained, and it would be 4 days if they didn't get maintained, but they did. And I wasn't really worried about it. 4 days is a long time, and usually they come back to work within that time period. There is a bed here that isn't being used. At least I don't think so, unless a villager is taking it over. No. Yay! So we're going to go to sleep here. Everyone's asleep anyway. This shouldn't have this in here. So let me look for a minute at candles. Nope, let's go to the backpack. I've got tons of candles. I would like this candle. This candle is softer, and in places where sleeping is happening, I would prefer the softer candle. So we can put it here, and we can just light it. And you can see how low it is, but it's enough to see the bed and things like that. Now out here, we have the fire, and we have one of these. I think I might have to keep that, simply because the chandelier, I don't know that a chandelier is going to make sense in here. We could have sconces in here, and maybe I might want the sconces. So let's go back to here. Let's put this away. Did it go back to where it was supposed to? Yes, it did. Let's use macaw's candles because they're stronger. So if we put a candle here and here and here, can we put one there? Nope, that piece is right there. I don't want to put one anyplace else. I really want to put it right there, but I can't put it there, but I can't put it there. Oh, set fire to the root. I think that's enough. I should have one right here just before they go down the stair right here. Ah, there is a warning that I should drink something. I have a candle in my hand and I'm coming down to where we're growing mushrooms. Down underneath, this is Shire, a Shire level 5 farm, and we're growing mushrooms. And you can see, probably should put some on the ground. This is just to say that this is where our mushrooms are coming from. And I think I'm good. So I think we're gonna go to bed. So let's come in here where we have that little teeny tiny candle. And I'm going to put these candles away. We could have a curtain at this window, couldn't we? We could. It would definitely be better. So let's come here. Let's put the sconces away. I've got sconces sitting here. This lantern should go back to the warehouse. And then we have these. Okay, let's look at, oh, I have two. Let's just put the two together for a minute. Let's look at, is it getting light? That's not working. The clock isn't working and they can't figure it out. So they've been trying to work on it. They know it's not working on maps, on Journey Map. So Vincentius Primus and I, was part of the reason that I was late starting, a minute or two late, because from the top of the hour, because we were trying to figure out if we could set the clock. I'm going to just go to bed since everyone is asleep. And now it is sunrise. And you see those clouds? I think it's going to rain. Yeah, look at the clouds gathering. So the clouds either mean that it's going to rain or it was thinking about raining last night and it didn't. Let's come back in here. Let's put a curtain on this window. So let's come here. So we have two different curtains. We have macaw's and we have Valhelsia. Let's do Valhelsia. Let's do green. Do you see that announcement? Yay, Lucas. Yay. Excellent. Lucas just did something. Dun, 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 dun. So it looks like that. And we could have it that way when it's daytime, and then at night it can be changed. What's out here? Can we see this piece right here? We can. Let me look at this for a second. Let me take this away and see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the bedroom. So that's why that's there like that. It almost needs this piece right here to be like this. I would prefer it to be like that. And so we can't do anything with this area right here. So we'll just leave it. And this right here is what we were just looking at. So, and this is this part, and I just lost something that was there. Ladder. So I added this upstairs part to connect this arcology farm that Catalina is using with the Shire farm down below. And that's what this is. This is an arcology farm level 5 where Catalina is taking care of these fields up here. So I think I'm done with what I was doing there. And we were going to look at something specific. We're going to look at the chefs and try and figure out if, in fact, the chefs are not making the particular foods that are needed. So the chefs that are, the dining halls that are complaining, let's come here for a second. No? Yes. 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 Is Luana. Okay, Luana is here. So if Luana's complaining about some of these recipes, then that is Brian. Brian's the chef, and Brian's located underneath. Brian is actually located. Bryant is located. Hi, Luana. Okay, that wasn't her. That wasn't her laughing. That's Bryant down here. And look at Brian. Wow, look at him. He's fast at work. But I don't think he has a couple of the recipes. So one of the recipes he should have biscuits and gravy, congee, and although it says he's waiting for sausage. And so let me look for a second right here, and let's look at the crafting recipes and teach. So these are all the traditional ones. We might have to add, no, it looks like they're there. There's two different versions of that. I think what they did was they went ahead and added everything. That's not everything. Look where I'm at. I didn't see any biscuits and gravy. Cottage pie. Yep, Houston, there's the problem right there. Okay, so yeah, I know, Bryant. Hold on. So let's teach recipe. Crafting, teach recipe. Let's teach biscuits. Biscuits and gravy. So if we teach biscuits and gravy, they know how to make that. Do they know how to make biscuits? The bakery has to make biscuits, and they might be waiting for that. All right, so there's one thing. Next, and there it is, biscuits and gravy. Then it says recipe, but the recipe is already there. Quiche. Let's see. Did I see a quiche recipe? I don't think I did. Let's do quiche. Quiche. There it is. And there it is. And that's why we have squash. Okay, so there's one. And then Luana is asking for sausage. And that sounds like something that SAU. No. Let's go back. Let's come to crafting, teach. Come here. SAU. And there it is. Sausage. This is Greenhouse Gardener. And is absolutely the chef. And is made with pork. That recipe I don't think is there. This is soy sauce. We're going to put the soy sauce on the menu. Pizza. They're going to make it anyway, so I think that's not a problem. The other is Farmer's Delight. Okay, so there's one that we've solved. the club sandwich, pickles, and potato chips. So, club sandwich. I don't think I saw that. These are Greenhouse Gardener. See the Greenhouse Gardener things, so we do need those. What is that? Do you see what I see? Look at those containers. Is that mayo and mustard and vinegar? Let me look for a second. See it and why? Sure enough. Look at that. Now that is a chef. There's no question that that isn't being made. And corn oil. Corn oil. Oh my goodness. Let's first of all make corn oil. Oh my gosh. Corn oil right here. It takes one corn. That's not bad. Okay. And what else is here? Popcorn? We're not serving popcorn yet.
I heard a whistle that time.
Yeah, I heard that too. So that was, we were trying to make a sandwich. Sandy, W-I-C-H. And we were trying to make the club sandwich. So we have mustard. What do you think is in that bottle? I can't move. I could set it here. Club sandwich, and it's showing, see, it's showing a different recipe there for it. I don't know what that is, and that's part of the problem, and I can't get to it. I can get to the mayonnaise, and then that's Farmer's Delight. So there's one of the sandwiches, and I can get to the mayonnaise. And so we just figured out the mayonnaise. The sourdough bread, we know one of the bakers is making that. So that's okay. So Greenhouse Gardener is the trade post for Minecolonies add-on is called Greenhouse Gardener, and it's added a bunch of different foods. So that's what we're looking at right now, figuring out why. Broccoli cheese. Luana is serving broccoli cheese. I didn't see that on the list. So let's come here, crafting, teach recipe. Let's teach broccoli. B-R-O-C-C. And so we have broccoli cheese casserole and broccoli slaw. And there's that thing again, but then it's showing up as mayonnaise. Interesting. And what's this? This is casserole. And I think the broccoli cheese casserole is what they're making. And what is that? Breadcrumbs? This has gotten terribly complicated. Let's teach this, and then let's go get breadcrumbs. Oh my gosh, EAD. And there it is. See that? Sure enough, greenhouse. And it is a baker, so there's something that we have to go to the baker for. And I'm just going to put this here for a minute. Breadcrumbs. Crumbs, so that it can be gotten. So, wow. Look at all these interesting new foods. So what else are you serving, Luana, that you're not getting? Kanji. You should be getting kanji. Let me come here and look for a second. So see all these? I don't see kanji. Yep, I definitely don't see it. So teach recipe, teach kanji is a vegetable dish. U-N-G-E, and there it is. And it is garlic and cabbage and rice. Excellent, with a bowl. And so she is serving that as well. And so now see, you can see that they're asking for those pieces. And now he needs breadcrumbs. So the club sandwich plate and pickles and potato chips. God. And mashed potatoes. Okay. So the club sandwich plate, UV club sandwich plate. There it is. This is the one that we still, okay. And that needs pickles and potato chips. So let's do pickles, KL. And this is pickles, and it is a chef, and it needs, there it is, apple cider vinegar. That's what that is. This can't be made. What's happening here? Maybe we have to have the apple cider vinegar first. And there it is, apple cider vinegar, and that's easy. But look at that, there's still no recipe for it because they'll make it. Okay, so they're going to make the apple cider vinegar, they're going to make the club sandwich. So let's look at potato chips then. POTAT. So this is the one thing, and that needs corn oil, and we've got that, and they're going to make it. It says that the chef will make it. And then mashed potatoes, also that the chef will make those. Okay, so we don't have to worry too much. And then these are Farmer's Delight. I'm not doing Farmer's Delight right now. There's nothing wrong with their food. They have a wonderful mod, but right now we're trying the trade post for Minecolonies add-ons and the trade post for Minecolonies mod. And so I want to put in those foods first. And that's what we're doing right now. So let me look here and let's see what it's saying. It's still saying mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and fried chicken and shepherd's pie. All of this is Luana's stuff. Let me look here and see coleslaw, C-O-L-E, and there it is. And it has the same thing where they're just going to make it. Yay! So is that for everything? If that is BP, if that's for everything, then we really don't have to worry. Shepherd's pie is not, hold on, shepherd's pie is not trade post or Minecolonies. Let me come back here and see if it's on the list here. Let's look. Let's look for shepherds. There it is, plate of shepherd's pie. It is not on the list. Okay, it is on the list. Let's take this off because we can't make, I don't want to make that right now. And the chicken is, if it doesn't have a time on it, that means it is Minecolonies or Greenhouse Garden food. If it has a time on it, that means that it's Farmer's Delight. I don't have Pam's, so I don't know whether it will actually make or not. So that one's off. Kanji is there. Let's look here. Garlic cheese grits is on that list. And that was one thing I didn't look at. I'm pretty sure now that if those are greenhouse, that they've probably all been added already, but I'm gonna look at grits. We should be able to find grits, ITS, and there it is. And it is greenhouse, all right. It's pretty intense. The cheese, the cheddar cheese, probably. It has garlic. And it has to be taught. Okay. So this is why it's expensive. It has butter, cheese, and cornmeal. Now the cornmeal is definitely the baker. No, wait. Cornmeal and cornmeal. There it is. And sure enough, that is the baker. And we do have a cornfield. So we'll have to go. So that's cornmeal as well. Just to check, they ground it and make sure that everything is there. Wow, look at what we found. Okay, and one more. Let's come here. So this is this is Trade Post for Minecolonies, and it has a expanded clipboard that has a view only requests expected to be fulfilled by the player. That means that these things don't exist in the world. Catalina is asking for wood. I'm going to have to check, and we might be out of honey bottles. And Briella is a different chef, so we'll go to a different chef for that. Is Luana serving spinach salad? She is. So let me do this last one here, which is spinach salad. Teach recipe: spinach, am I spelling it wrong? Spina. Of course I am. Spinach salad. And wow, look at that. Cucumbers, apples. Does it look like spinach is missing from that list? It did. And there's corn oil and apple cider for the sauce. This is cream spinach where she's not serving. And that's just spinach to grow. And finally, oh yeah, so these fluorescent lights are one, two, three, four, five. So there's 10 lights in here, 10 rods in here. So we'll have to give these back to the warehouse because this was built with these being in here. And of course, the minute I take all of these away, it's going to be dark as it can possibly be. So let me see some. We could do a chandelier in the center, or we could just go ahead and do sconces. I like the copper ones for here. Let's see what would happen if we do a sconce here. Let's do one here, and let's have one there, although it's impossible to get that jar down with that there. Let's do one here. Take that away, and we don't need that anymore. Is there enough light? We could have one here. Good morning. How are you, Bryant? So Bryant's come back, and he is ready to start. Okay, so how many was that? That was 10 rods. So we'll just have to give them back to them to use in another build. And there we go. And Luana is here already. And there's Giovanni. And Giovanni is, hi, Luana. What's the matter?
What's
What's wrong with you? Oh, yeah. So Antique is one of the ones that does not have any extra. So when it gets like this, see how she is here? I'm going to take that away, and I don't think I can take the food away. Let's put this here for a second, and let's request a pickup. Pickup already in progress. Okay. So I will work on it. So we'll get that so that she gets a courier to come and pick up the foods that she's not serving. And we'll do it like that for now. Let's go to one of the others for a minute. So we're headed towards the University District, and there's one of our wolves. Rude Wolf! Hello, Rude Wolf. Hello, baby. How are you? Yes. We have 3 wolves now. We have Sheila, we have Rude Wolf, and we have Floof. And there's one, and this is probably Sheila going over the top there. And hi, Josiah. Ah, yes, I will work on it. Okay, since I'm here, is that Sheila? No, that's Floof. That's Floof. Since I'm right here, let's cross over. We're going to go back and go to the Fletcher for a moment. Now, I could give this to the new Fletcher, but it really belongs to Santino, to the dye shop, to dye white beds purple. And because she can make white beds, and he's just going to dye them purple. So let's come to crafting recipes, and we can see some beds already. There's green. And there's purple wool, and there is dyeing gray. It's better to dye a white bed than it is to use the wool, the colored wool for it. And so that's what we're doing. It's more economical to do that. Let's teach a purple bed. Why didn't I just do bed? So we're going to teach this bed. We have to wait for the white to come around. I did have a white bed on me for a while, just for this purpose. Okay, and I think that's all I'm going to do right now. So he will dye a bed, and she knows how to make white beds. This is Marissa, our first Fletcher, and she can absolutely make white beds. I think it was like the 3rd thing she learned or something like that. So yeah, so that takes care of that. We're on our way now to the university area where we have a baker and a chef, and we can check. Why don't we just go? Is that you, Ismail? Hi, Ismail. Ismail is one of the farmers. This is Salem's farm right here, and he must be out in one of the fields right now. We're going to take this back road, which takes us past. There's Nikolai. Nikolai works in this greenhouse. This is a hot and humid, climate-controlled greenhouse, which allows us to grow rice, soybeans, and peas. All 3 need actual hot and humid weather, and this biome is not that. This biome is temperate. And so Miriam is the horticulturalist who keeps the climate controlled inside, and then Nikolai is the farmer. You need both. We have a rabbit hutch up here, and yay! Yay! She's finally going in. Okay, she wasn't using this for some reason. She was having a lot of trouble. I don't know whether it's been fixed. I'm not going to worry about it right now. This is why we have the scaffolding up a little bit, so that to make it easier for her to get in. Let's come up the road here to the baker. And this is our first baker. We have 2 bakers, Rosalie in the farmer's market, and I don't know, Gilbert. Yay, Gilbert. And Gilbert right here. And we're going to get Gilbert to make, so he knows how to make cornmeal. So he is making cornmeal. Yeah, I see. I'm looking for, oh, disable. You're not supposed to be making that. And you have to disable them. If you erase them, they just keep coming back. So you have to disable them rather than remove them, the ones that you don't want. And so now we're going to teach breadcrumbs. No, not bed. Breadcrumbs, and this is breadcrumbs right here. Oh, look at this. Look what bread it's made from. Now, we're not making this bread, but I guess we're going to start making it because look at that. It's made from Minecraft bread. So no one knows how to make Minecraft bread right now. Let's come here and look. I do have it here for him. I thought this was disabled, but it's not disabled here, which is good. Which is good. I'm intrigued by that. I am. Okay, so he knows how to make bread, and this bread just needs wheat. We can look at it and see it needs animal wheat. We should call it something. But that's the wheat that is needed for it. And he has plenty of room. Let's come here and let's look. And he doesn't have a lot. Let's do a minimum. Let's do wheat. Add wheat, regular wheat. Let's add three stacks. 3 stacks of wheat here. And there we go. And what you doing, Gilbert? What you making? What you eating? Are you eating a trencher? And this is Nixon right here. Nixon wasn't on the list because all of Nixon's food seems to be met. Bless you. Let's up. Tea. There's tea. So Nixon and ooh, what's he making? Let me see what he's making. Ooh, look at that. He's making berries. He's making muffins. Excellent. So he's making muffins. So we have Nixon is actually running a little what's served here is mostly bakery goods. I think he serves pizzas and things like that. So see, they're all things that the baker makes mostly. He does have spicy eggplant, which is interesting, and congee. But a lot of it, as you can see, bless you, Nixon, is that. However, why aren't you... oh, it's morning. Okay. Or sunset. Why are you eating so late? That's interesting. Were you waiting for muffins that he just made? Yes, that's what he was doing. He was waiting for muffins. Let's come down here. And this is Wesson. And Wesson has the other dining hall. This is the main university dining hall right here. And it's a big dining hall. You can see under the pergola that Mr. Villager designed. And to add on to the, is this Littleton? This is an actual Littleton level 5 dining hall right here. And Wesson is serving, but Nixon is the one who needs tea. Let's go down here. This is where Yasmin is, and she is the chef for both Nixon and Wesson right here. And we're going to do crafting recipes, teach. Now I only have one perpetual stumelier because they take stuff from the warehouse, and I don't want too many of them taking, you know, stuff from the warehouse. So we only have one stumelier who does DoorDash tea. So yeah, that's one of the things that I have to look at. Honey, let's teach. So now she knows how to do that. Let's see what else Nixon and in here we have lanterns, outside lanterns. We'll change that and put Wesson is, oh, Wesson's serving sushi. Okay, So we need the chef to know how to make dried, to know how to dry, I think the dried kelp is here. Sure enough, teach recipe, kelp. So the dried kelp, they have to know how to do that. And we'll put this here. And it shows that they don't have to be taught that. But I'm going to do it anyway, just in case. I think I need a piece of kelp in order to do it. I do. So we'll put this here. Let's come back and let us teach this recipe. Just in case. Just in case. And there we go. Oh, that didn't teach. Sorry. So let's come back. Teach recipe. I didn't hit the button. I have to hit the button. Ding! I have to hit that button. And then let's go back to here. Teach recipe and kelp, dried kelp block. They should know how to do that. And then sushi. So let's go and let's get sushi. So there's sushi right here. And I don't have to teach that. I might have to teach soy sauce. So let's look soy sauce. And I do. So we'll teach that. And you see you can't grow it here because this is actually temperate. And that's why we have the greenhouses, so that we could grow our own soy beans. And let's look again at the list, Kenya. The list and rice. Oh yeah. Who's cooking this rice? Cooked rice. And look at that. Oh, wait, that's already done. I don't have to do that. Okay, mixed rice is Greenhouse Gardener, and I don't have to do that. And I think that's the only ones. Rice, I shouldn't have to do that either. Yep, those are all taken care of. So it's perfect. So it was just the soy sauce. Tofu. Let's look for tofu for a minute. Let's teach. Go to crafting and teach and see if tofu is on the list. TOFU. And it is not. So interesting little pieces that are missing. Just little pieces. Did I actually take a drink at the time? Okay. Okay, good. All right, so that takes care of that. And then let's look here. So that is, oh, chickpeas and fried rice and mixed rice. Okay, and barbecue. Okay. So let's come here and let's actually go to crafting, teach chickpeas. Chickpeas, chickpea curry. Let's teach it here. And it's that one. Wow. Chickpea stroganoff. Look at that. It needs a mixer. That's interesting. I don't think I'm serving that yet. Some other foods have been added. Chickpeas, fried rice, mixed rice, and rice balls I did do. Kanji is being made at the other. And General So's chicken. So let's come here. Let's go to teach. General Tso's chicken. I know that was all chicken right there. General Tso's chicken. Wow. So there's soy, rice, and they know how to make it. So we don't have to worry about that. And those are Farmer's Delight. Fried rice. Fried rice. And they know how to do that. These are Farmer's Delight, but this is not. Fried chicken. And that they know how to make also. So it's just a matter of corn oil being made. We're going to have Wesson. We're only going to have one chef make corn oil. I might ask that on Discord. Oh, that's how it is here. It is 2 a.m. in the morning and the air conditioning just came on. That's how hot it is in the Midwest of the United States this week. Normally, air conditioning doesn't come on in the middle of the night. I'm going to have to ask on Minecolonies team Discord channel to see if each chef has to know how to make, for instance, corn oil or those. And they're going to say, how many chefs do you have? Like you should only have one. But we do have more. And that's why I'm going to ask that question and see if each chef has to be able to do that. So right now, I think we're good. We're going to go to, look at the moon setting. Well, that looks beautiful. That's the west. And Juliet is coming up on this side. The sun is coming up. Let's go to Emery. Emery is cooking for the town hall dining hall. And so we're going to go down to there. Emery's cooking for the town hall dining hall. The tavern food is, we could say that Emery is doing the tavern food. Technically, there really isn't anything being served there except nuts. Because we have the resort, they are now serving nuts. And they don't serve that much food. They do serve energy shakes, and they do have milkshakes here and things on the list, crafting recipes. But they do serve bar nuts and milkshakes and drinks, lots of different kinds of drinks. And yeah, so that's what Cohen makes, and that's what's served here. And there should be some food served here. And if there was, then Emery would be making it. And Emery is in the farmer's market. Emery is in the very first kitchen. Did I change the lights in that other one? I didn't, did I? I didn't change the lights. Hi, Emery. And we didn't change the lights here. That was Jack, by the way, saying hi to us. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's it today then?
1, 2, 3, 4. So let's begin again. Let's put this in. Let's put one here and here. Can't put one there. We can put one here. And I think that's going to do it for us. Okay. So yeah, and then we need 10 rods to give them back because they built these. They built these places. And so we'll add these to there. What's today? Who's asking that? Jack is asking. Jack is asking tourists what they want. So this should be stuff that Briella wants. So Briella And there it is. She wants squash and cabbage. Ooh. Mushroom stew, spanakopita. Ooh. Okay, so let's look for those. Hi, Emery. So let's look for squash and cabbage. Teach recipe. And there it is. Squash and cabbage sabzi. Sounds like a very interesting dish. Spanakopita. S-P-A-N. And there it is. I recognize that Greek dish. And we can put that there. Now, the pastry the bakers can make. I'll make sure that Rosalie can. We didn't check on the cheeses. So we have to check for feta and for feta especially.
Okay.
The cheddars are already there.
Day.
The pastry, I think that can be made by... wait, I didn't look. Oh my gosh, the baker has to make it, period. Oh. Okay, so let me see what else right here. Let's do this. See that there where there's light gray wool needed? I'm going to have to go back and look. Mashed potatoes. Okay, those are all still Luana asking for something still. But up here we have Briella asking for mixed rice. And so we can have a mixed rice person here. Should I have them make it more than once? I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I'd almost rather that some of the chefs were specializing than having them make everything. But it might be that I should have the one that's closest to them make it. It might be. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If it seems like they're not getting the food that they want, then we might do something like that. Hi, Eli or Jack? Eli, is that you? Yes, it is. Hi, Jack. And Eli's the other shopkeeper who is selling saddles now. And that's excellent because we do have some. Rosalie's a baker. Let's come here to where Rosalie is. What you making, Rosalie? That looked good. What did she make? Oh, pastry. Look at that. Sourdough starter. Excellent. Okay, so what does she need to make? Spanakopita? Okay, let's teach recipe here. Teach recipe, and let's teach this recipe to her. There we go. So that's spinach, feta, and that's excellent. You can see, and it looks like she just started making spanakopita, as a matter of fact. And what else do we need her to make? Wasn't there something else? Corn, breadcrumbs. We could try having her make breadcrumbs too. I don't want to duplicate yet. I want to see if I'll have to ask the question first of Minecolonies. I'm getting a warning on YouTube. There might be some connectivity problems, so we'll check. This is not theirs, but since I'm at the market, why don't I put back these rods? I have one stash box and one post box, and the reason I do is because I want to come back to this area on a regular basis, and so I don't carry a lot of stuff. I don't want to have places all around. It just makes it easier to not visit places. Let me, I fixed that one and I didn't fix Yasmin's. So I'm going to go and fix Yasmin's for a moment. And then we'll try and get something specific done. Hi. Veronica, what you doing? Veronica's the champion marksman. She's an archer, and she's like their champion. Jessica and Malachi's champion. Oh, Malachi! Remember Malachi? We were supposed to be training another archer. He used to be assistant dean, and he decided that he was restless of that job, that book job. Dar. And
It's a fine
he wanted
day.
to do something else. Let's see if he's ready to take over for Malachi. Malachi is taking Harrison's place. We lost Harrison. That's the only person that we've lost. And we lost Harrison. So we still have 99 people. We still only have 99 people. I forgot that about replacing for Harrison. Let's look at Dar. And Dar's at a good place. 30 is enough. Adaptability. Wish the adaptability was up a little bit more, but he's at a good place. Yay! Dun, 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 dun. So one of the residences is now a level 5, and we can go and look at it, the residence in the bakery. Let's have Dar take his place, and we'll bring Malachi back here. Malachi and Jessica are partners, and that's the reason why I want to. So Dar is going to become the new mine druid, and we have archers in the mine. You can't have druids, so you can only have archers or knights, and we don't have any knights. So we're going to have Malachi come up. And there he is. Hi. And let's get him before he goes back down for a second. Let's recall him again, manage workers quickly, and have him be unemployed. And then let's come here, and we're going to hire Dar here. So you can see that Malachi is an expert. He is the coach of, along with Jessica, of the at the university sports center. So we're going to hire Dar here as an archer, and he'll get the equipment that he needs, and he will go down into the mine. It is sunset, and people are going to start going home. And you can see everybody rushing off to go home. And what do I want to do? I think I'm going to fix the new hospital. And what I mean is, we built the hospital in the rail tunnel, but it involved the rail tunnel being disassembled a little bit in order to get the hospital into the tunnel. And this is it right here. So this whole roof of the tunnel is missing, and this part of the tunnel is missing. Now, I don't need these things that would be outside, since this is the rail tunnel. And we definitely can take the track now and repair it. So let's come here and let's get a couple things. Let's get a shovel, let's get an axe, let's get a pickaxe. And let's start by taking these away right here and here. because the transportation was interrupted because of the construction of this building. So yes, people are going to have to step across the tracks to get to the hospital in this area. And this is, even though this is a fairly big clinic, this is a clinic. The main hospital is in the cathedral. So what do I want to do here? I think we're going to begin repairing the grounds in this part. Oh, did you hear that? That's downstairs. One of the lights just went away downstairs. I'm going to have to go down to that room and fix it. That's the ceiling on one of the rooms, and that's why it was that color. We don't need an announcement here. This is the farm clinic, and so I'm not going to have that piece that announces the clinic. And then we'll begin to pull this stone back across in here. Nope, can't get it. There we go. And we'll continue to bring this up. And right here, interesting. This looks like it's supposed to go. Oh, I see. Yeah. It doesn't, it just goes to here. So I'm not going to be able to have these pieces right here because I really need this to be completely closed in this area. So we're either going to bring the log all the way over, which is what we're going to do. Let's bring the log over to here and then meet this part right there. And that's going to look like that. Let's have this log here come all the way across since it's already there. And this be a log here. And now what about this side? Because this side's different. Let's have the log come up here. Here, can't have that, so you can't have that. So these are going to be here. Let's bring this down and have that piece be there. What's on the other side? There's an actual window on that side. We don't have it on this side. What's behind here? That looks like a cabinet. Let's put this here. And that is going to take care of that. So now the top of this is right here like this. And I don't know why or how, but I think we need this top to be here to match up to the other side. And then I'll have to fill in the daytime. Ah, rain. All right, we're right here with this bedroom. Let's go up. We'll just go up here and go inside this way. That's the fastest way. And then we can come down the ladder right here. I've got so much stuff in my hands. Let me put all of it away. Let's put these things away. And we'll go into the bedroom, close the door, close the curtain. And here we are. Let's go to sleep. Yay, Macy finished working on the... Oh, she doesn't have anything to do? I thought she did. Oh. Cash should be working on something. Let me see what it says that Cash is working on. Oh yeah, that was when I was trying to bake something. I mean, get the chef to make something that needs to be made by the baker. Ah, and there it is. Whoa. What just happened there? Wow. I mean, he got up, but it... Wow. That was interesting. He got up and it was like the wind, a wind swept through. All right, I'm supposed to be getting a drink. I don't think Cash is doing anything. I don't think so. So before I start doing anything else here, although this is much better, look at that. It's perfect. I'm good with that. Before I start doing anything else here, I need to go and check on the builders, including this builder. Hi.
So what will it be for you?
Estella, what's, oh, okay. She was just waiting for a rail car to come and pick her up. This is Violetta right here, and Violetta is not working on anything. She just finished the level 5, and I think that we're going to let Violetta work on this down here. Now she could start working on housing. If Cash, nope, see, no one's working on this. So Violetta is going to build the new planter. We're going to have another planter right here. And Violetta is going to start working on that planter. And yeah, you can see this is open here. And all we have to do really is bring this whole piece back right quick. And that'll at least close this up the way it's supposed to be. And then we can begin putting the lights back. We should, there are lights there, so we don't have to worry about that. And those lights belong there. And there's supposed to be lights here, but we won't worry about those either. Okay, we're good for now. Let's take this and bring it up fully to the end here. That was Estella returning, and we have that. All right, so now we know what Violetta is working on. Let's go down and see what Cash is working on. Cash should be working on the new field, but he might have had something to do before he started working on the field. So we're going to take the road. I know I really need to fix these walkways and make them be stone, smooth stone. They are stone. Make them be smooth stone instead of unfinished stone. Right now they're just unfinished stone. Cash, what are you doing?
So what'll it be for you?
What are you waiting for? Stone brick stairs, and they're going to be delivered. Okay, and let's see what you're working on. There he is. He's working on the sugar corner, which is a piece of cavern style, the alternative style, and we're putting it in the across the way from the new sugar farmer that we have. That's what he's working on, so we'll let him continue with that. Josiah, let's check on Josiah first, and then we'll check on the others. What is the matter, Rude Wolf? Why are you here? Is there an animal in this area? You're just... No? You just like this view? Okay. Wait, where's Pitkin? I haven't seen Pitkin. You're absolutely right, Rude Wolf. I think Rude Wolf is trying to tell me that Pitkin is too far away. Let's come down here and let's quickly check. So, and that gives me a chance to talk about something. So we have closest doors. We have a new up, and I think they went into the farm. If the pet went into the farm, he found a new pig, because we thought we could have the pig as a pet. We thought we could name the pig and that the pig was going to do foraging for us. We used the mushroom forager, and get us truffles. And it was just part of the story. We made a little place for the pig and everything. But the pig, I believe, just went in to join the other pigs, which means that it's just a farm animal. I found out that it's just a farm animal, and it's meant for, let's say, if you were in the jungle and you needed a cow. Rarely do you find cows. And so this trade post pet shop would allow you to be able to get cows, all the farm animals. And see, they did it. So
What's going on, mate?
they separated the farm animals from the pets. So these are all animals that go into a herd. And then these are the animals that can be made into pets. And one of the animals is out of range. Let me see. That's Rude Wolf. He went somewhere. And let's call Pipkin back just for a minute so that I can see. There you are. Okay. And Sheila, I haven't seen Sheila today. So Sheila's right here. I'm just going to summon her back for a moment. And there she is. She's going inside to get some food. And so, yeah. So when I did the research to have a pig, I thought I was going to be able to name the pig and that the pig was going to be a pet. So, but that was not the original intention of the developers of Trade Post for Minecolony. It was to allow you to be able to get animals that might not be in the area that you're in. You know how sometimes, didn't we have at, wow, that was actually at pt.49, which was the resort for Arnaraluk, that there were no chickens at all. And so that in the very beginning. And so if I had wanted to get chickens, the pet shop would have allowed me to do research that I would have been able to get a chicken. So we just lost the pig. The pig had been acting like a pet and staying very close to Cannon. He wasn't going in with the other animals, but now he's gone in with the other animals, which means that, are you going to go in? Which means that he could be harvested. And so we'll just have to wait. I suggested to the developers that maybe they would consider having the ability to have a farm animal be a pet. And the lead developer said he would think about it. So no worries. I mean, it could be complicated. So it's just one of those things where it was like, oh, I thought that was going to be a part of the story, but it's not in that way. And that's okay for now. And I thought that maybe I could keep that pig separated. But just as I went over there, you saw the gate was opened by and I'm pretty sure that one of the wolves was like going, what's this pig doing out here? and was rounding the pig up to go back in to the farm where the animals are. So, oh, what just happened there?
Time to go to sleep.
What happened there? What bit you? Did I actually do that? Did I accidentally hit Rudolph by mistake? What's going on with you? He's got food. Oh, now he's going home. Okay. Huh. I was curious. I didn't think I did anything. Hold on for a sec. Let's come here and see. So he is doing 2 residences right now, and he's waiting for the purple bed still. Okay. And why hasn't he gotten it? I might have to check and see again. So there's Floof, and Rudolph is still staying over here. Are you okay? Are you okay? Floof is okay. That's their food, by the way. Those bones on them are their food. Keep them. I'm asking because our first wolf, who didn't get a name, he got picked up a pufferfish and was poisoned before I could do anything about it, and definitely before Cannon could do anything about it, the pet trainer. Now there's research so that Cannon can, the animal trainer can heal the animals if they're injured, and so that's really good. Oh no! Oh, this is what Rudolph was talking about. What are you doing out here? Let me see if I have a lead. I do. Let's get this one. Why are you here? Why are you here? How did you get out? There's no question this chicken is out of the chicken farm. That's why Rudolph was up here. And that's why he was trying to get my attention. He's like, there's a chicken. That's partly my story. That's partly me making a story out of what's going on. And yeah, I'm using a lead instead of using using wheat to bring this chicken back. Sometimes it's easier to just go ahead and put a lead on them. And there we go. So, ooh, free. Look what we just got. 3. Uh-oh, I'm picking up eggs. All right, so probably the easiest way to do this would be for both of us to fly. So let's come here. Come on, come up. Come up, come up. Come up. All right, and then I can just let them down, I think, pretty easily. There we go. And then take that off. All right, I just picked up a whole bunch of eggs, so I'm gonna have to get them off of me. So let's come to here and let's see how many I picked up. Whoop. Here. And I picked up 11. I also picked up fish. Interesting stuff. Look at the stuff I have on me. I have another one of these again. Let's put this here. Bring this down. Let's bring these up for a minute until I need them again. And I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. All right, so we're just gonna leave the eggs. We could take the fish to the fishery, which is right here, and leave the fish and the shard to be picked up. So we'll put them here and let them be picked up. I don't think we need anything else. And the rest of the things can go back to the warehouse. I'll put them in the box. So we know what they're doing. Let's see if McKenna's doing anything, because we could have McKenna work on something. McKenna was originally working on Dixie's place, on the new stonemason in the rail tunnel. And we didn't think that we were going to have any underground stuff, but the rail tunnel does give us a place to expand to. This is a level 5, so McKenna is done. She was working on some housing and brought them up to a level 5. I think everything here, all of this is level 5, and let me go up and see if it shows that McKenna is working on anything. Josie is in her tower right now. Hi, Josie. Hi. Josie is lead druid. She is the leader. And let's come here. And McKenna's not working on anything. Now, we thought maybe that McKenna might want to be a Fletcher or something, but she didn't want to do that. And I'm going to check for a minute over here. Everybody is level 5. These two are not going up any higher. They're staying at level 3 and level 2. And I'm fine with that. These are level 5s here. I know this is a level 5 because, see, it has modded furniture. And I think this is the last one that needs to be fixed. This one here. And it is scheduled for an upgrade. So that part is being done. And it's probably being done by Wade. Let's look and see if it shows that Wade is doing residence as well as the Fletcher shop here. He has too many things. Let's cancel that. And he can work on the Fletcher and the guard tower. Let's cancel the guard tower for right now and just have him work on the Fletcher to bring it up to the level 5. And let's request a pickup so that the courier can come and pick up the stuff that he was going to use to do this house right here. And so now we're going to have McKenna work on this. Build options, the builder is going to be McKenna. See, it's almost done. We're just waiting for light gray carpet. And I can check and see. And mossy cobble shingles. Those should be there already, but we'll check. And then this piece right here. Because she had so little left, build options, the builder is going to be McKenna. And we'll have her upgrade this building right here. The sun is coming up. There are some clouds. See the clouds there? Let's go up in here. I'm going to go up into their attic and go to sleep if no one's up here. Yeah, no one's up here. So we'll sleep for a moment. Just to make sure.
What's it today, man?
We have a nice sunny day. This house belongs to Jack and to McKenna. And Cade, who is a relative, came in as a child. They raised Cade, and Cade is the concrete mixer, and he lives with them. He doesn't have a family yet, so he's living with them. We're going to see what Maisie is doing, because I don't think she's doing anything. So there's McKenna. starting to work on the guard tower. Good. And she's not working on anything. Now, what she's doing is really important. We can't have any kids until we have all of the children's homes back here brought up to a level 5. So right now, the dormitories are level 5s. The baker's house, Josiah was working on, and he brought it up to a level 5. So this is now a full level 5 building here. And this is what the baker's house looks like upstairs. This is one room right here. And then upstairs is the large bedroom, the loft bed right here. So we're happy with that. And you can hear Gilbert and Yasmin live here, as well as their daughter, a relative of, let me see, a relative of Gilbert's, Luna, was here. I'm almost positive that she is not his kid, that she is just someone from his family. We can go and check for a moment. Yes, this is a villager, actually, one of Mr. Villager's people who wanted to be interred in our cemetery. And then Harrison is down here in the catacombs. And this is Luna right here. Hi,
Good day
Luna.
to you.
How are you? Let me look at family. And yes, see, she's not claiming any family tree here, which means that she was an orphan from the family that she lost her immediate family. And Gilbert was the closest family. And so she came here and was raised by him and Yasmin. And so these houses back here are used for families who are going to raise children. And I want to, people are eating. See, they're eating. They're getting fed. So I think Ismail is working, no, Josiah is working on, not working on this. So let's have Maisie upgrade this house right here. And we can check and see if Josiah has anything to do. This house has to be upgraded also. And so these 3 houses, this one, and the one that the villagers are using, I am going to upgrade it. I am going to upgrade it as well. And Maisie can work on this one. Let's do Maisie working on this one. I'm going to take her off of one of the others and have Josiah work on it. Let's have Maisie work on this house here. Build options, the builder is going to be Maisie. So now Maisie has these 2. And I'm going to have Josiah work on these 2. So let's come here and let's have Josiah work on this one, upgrade, and then the one that I assigned to Maisie, we're going to have Josiah work on it. So let's come here and let's cancel the upgrade, build options, builder is Josiah, upgrade the builder. So he's going to work on those. We are almost done with a full level 5 of everything, which is going to be fun. But we still need, I still would like to have at least one more set of kids. And because we hardly have any researchers or librarians, anyone like that. And see, Heidi is here by herself. And Hayden is here I think by himself as well. Right, now we do have more at the main university building. And we still need some druids. We need a couple more archers. We don't have enough to take people's places if someone's sick or
Back to work then.
Now, Carter has moved to being assistant dean, and he's very much enjoying that. And here, Iris is running the library right now. That's all we have. So we don't have a lot. At the other library, the town hall library, the extension of the university, Tatiana and Nia are there. And so they're both working on that. And I think, how much time do we have? We have practically a whole hour. Let's see if we can get her to serve people. We're going to bring Amari back and have her start working here. We know that Cannon is working.
If you say so.
I do say so. And so let's come here. And oh, we forgot to get Malachi. But this is guest services, and you can see that Amari is. Look at him. Look at him having the abilities for guest service. That is interesting, isn't it? She was supposed to be doing this job. She's been doing a lot of research. We really need her to get better. Let me see what Cohen looks like. He's been working for a while. And yeah, his numbers are showing for the fact that he is working here. And there she is. So she
Can I help you?
Hi. You can't help me, but I really and truly hope that you help the people who come to, and look at that. So we've got people already. That's Lucas without the shirt on. Lucas is the blacksmith, and he's coming. And you can see a bunch of people going up to the rooms. They're actually coming to the resort to have a day spa. Now, they're supposed to go home at night. Hi. They're supposed to go home at night when they and not stay. Look at all these people who are going. So, and this is the thing. So if you have 10 people who can be here,
Tis a fine
there's Salem, and Salem is one of the farmers, and
Tis
there's
a fine
Lucas, and they're in this room, and here we
What's it today, then?
have Bryson, and Bryson is one of the dairy farmers, and Bryson's in this room. So one of the dairy farmers, we have two. We only have one blacksmith. We have a villager blacksmith, but they don't answer to...
So what will it be for you?
And this is Violetta, one of our builders again. So Violetta is on vacation, and I'm going to cough.
Yes.
And right here, oops, going down, we have a couple people here. And who's
Good
this?
to see you.
This is McKenna. So now I've got two of the 6 builders.
What's it today, then?
And Hayden, the head of the university, the dean, is there, who just came in. And that looks like a courier who's coming in to have a rest. So, and
It's a
here,
fine morning.
this is Zoe, and Zoe is courier, I think. Yes, she is. So we have 2 of the 10 couriers are here. And there she goes. Oh, she's going up to bed. So she and Cohen just went to bed, and the visitors did not go home. Sure enough, they're not going home to sleep. So while the resort is open, nobody sleeps. And that might be a problem. So if the people don't get, so that's why I don't keep it open the whole time, because then none of the city will sleep, because it says that they're not. See, I'm not getting all citizens are in bed. Now I could go back just to make sure that it's not the fact that I haven't walked through the city. This is the Stick and Cobble Tavern being open at night. I'm headed back. I'm a little concerned about the purple bed not being made, but I think it was. Is this? Are you a level 5? Absolutely not. Cash. That one got missed. If Cash doesn't do it, then Maisie's right there, so she could do it. Cash is right back here. This is Cash right here, so he could do it. But no one can do it right now because everyone has jobs. Everyone has other work that they're doing.
Good day to see ya.
Dar, why are you here? Why are you here? Why aren't you in the mine? Are we having mining problems? That's interesting. I'm going to recall him. I know. But there's nothing they can do about them sleeping in the street. Recall. Here, you come here and sleep. There's plenty of beds, stairs, and you can come here and sleep. And speaking of upstairs beds, hold on a second. Speaking of upstairs beds, what level is this? This is only a 4 also. So here's a second set of housing that didn't get updated yet. So we'll have to do that. I know the housing's been updated in the warehouse. And this housing, I believe, this Forester house right here. So we have a Mason house, a Forester house, a farmer's house is a level 4. So look at all this work that still needs doing. McKenna, I'm not going to have McKenna work on those things over there. What do you think? It's too far away? McKenna's right here. I think I'm going to have McKenna leave those things for Wade to do, including that house at the end. And we'll have her work on those in that area. Since Cash is working on the farm, the sugar farm, let's cancel. And did she finish the other house? Or did I not actually? Maisie completed the bakery. It almost looks like I didn't assign her that house, which is fine, because it wasn't listed there. So let's come down here and let's have McKenna work on these 2 houses. Now, I know that Cash worked on his own house, and this is the level 5. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the walls. They're just really nice. And so this is the level 5 of this house. So you have the 2 beds here and the upstairs bed. And Cash, where is everybody? Oh, Zoe. So Zoe is at the resort. And notice I did not get the all are in bed. So that isn't fixed yet. So if this was vanilla, I would have to, on the third day, just sort of go ahead and get them. The longer that they don't go to sleep, the less they're going to work. And so we'll stop the resort after 2 days. So we have 1 day so far. So we were looking at Cash's house, and right here is the Forester house, right here. And we're going to have McKenna work on this. Housing. Oh, no. No. And this is how it keeps getting forgotten. Let's have her work on the mining house first, because it didn't get done. Yeah. So we'll come up here. And this is Riley and Mia living here. Maximiliano was here, but he moved into... he was really too far away where he's working. So I think that's why we moved. But Maximiliano is not their kid. I'm thinking of someone else's kid. The builder is McKenna. Upgrade the building. So she's going to work on upgrading this. And when it's the level 5, then we'll change the lighting on the inside. And after she's done with that, we'll have her get the Forester house. And then we'll see how far Cash has gotten with what he's working on. And let's run down here for a minute and see if he's being held up. See that light up there? That's the witch's house. Up on the top of the hill. Because this is witch country. So there is the warehouse right there. And then this entrance goes to the mechanic, and the glass cutter are right here. And then down here are the new places. So this is one that's being worked on. What is this? What did you just cut into? No. Oh, I made a mistake. Look what happened here. It's cutting into this house. Actually, it's just cutting into the extension. No, it's cutting into the whole house. I made a mistake. Villagers are supposed to be living here. No wonder they're not living here. This is a villager house, and I have made an error, a critical error, putting the farm right here. Now, it's only going to come to here. You see that part? But that's still within the boundary of what we had for this house. And I'm going to have to, I'll wait until Violetta is done and see what's going on there. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, you can't see. Look at this. This is wild. So he's waiting for some more stair pieces to go in this area. And look at this. Look at this tunnel here. So we knew that we were going to have this, and we are going to have to cover the top of this when the time comes. We'll cover the top with stone, and this is one of these ones where the sugarcane grows up really high, and we wanted an extra sugar farm. This is sad. This is so sad. I broke their house, and I can't do anything about it until this is a level 5. And so that's being worked on by Violetta right now. Wow, poor people. It's funny too, because they can actually get to the beds here and here. And I just have to see if there's some way I can salvage the fact that the house can't go all the way back as far as I thought. That's a B. Yeah, see, the house was coming all the way back here. We expanded the house so that we could have 4 people live here. But they are somewhere. So there's one of them right there. There's actually, I don't know whether they can get up. I'm going to find out right now if they can get upstairs from there. They're supposed to be able to. I fixed some things so that they could. And he can. Good. I just wanted to make sure that he actually could get up. And he can get up, so he just doesn't want to. And the rest of them are living probably in these houses, which haven't been upgraded yet to the level 4. And so we're waiting. Yeah, I did. I made a mistake.
What can I do for you?
Liberty, how are you? It's morning, and that's why she's up. And yep, these are level 4s too. So when the time comes, Cash and Violetto will work on these 3 houses that are level 4s. The chicken farm is a level 5. This chicken farm is. And apparently this person is enjoying staying with the chickens. It's like, yep, I'm staying here. Okay, you can do that. This was one of the things, the experiments Mr. Villager was saying. If there are huts, they'll just find their way. Hi, this is Giovanni, who is our mechanic. And Liberty and Giovanni are sharing that building, this building right here, or 2 buildings right there. And this is Pedro. Pedro is one of the peace druids. And this is Maximiliano's place here. And I think Maximiliano is living here now. I think he is, yes. Along with Kishore and Alec are living in this house together right now. And over here, this is also level 4, you see? It has the wheat roof, which means that it definitely is a level 4. And we'll keep it. What you doing? Hi. And so, yep. So we didn't replant in this area. Since this is going to be brought up to the level 5, we'll wait. And then we'll plant pumpkins for we'll plant pumpkins for the holiday, for Samhain. If we plant them now, they'll be ready in time for October. And so let's go back to the hospital. I'm going to fly for a minute because I want to look at the mountain. So the tunnel is covered in this area. So see this part right here that isn't covered anymore. This is supposed to be covered in lush and grass and the like. And this part right here also needs to come up. So we're going to start filling in these pieces right here. Now I want to have this. I want to have the this area be where a solarium. So this part back here, we're not going to have these windows. These windows aren't going to be here. So we can take them away now because I'm closing in this part right here. And these might as well be full block in this section and right here. We're just gonna full block this part in right here because this section right here is going to be the solarium. Let's have this piece of wood be this way. And so the mountain is going to be filled back in this area. let's get a lantern out for a second and put it down on the ground just so that, or hang it right here so I can see this roof. So this little section of roof here is going to come off because we're just going to close this into the hill. And we can go ahead and put stone under in this area and fill this whole thing back in this spot. Yeah, there was stuff back here, but now that the level 5 is complete, we don't need to have any of this be open in this area, in this part. And so then I get into the Minecraft part. We're listening to Dronehead's music, by the way, and enjoying the sounds of his music. We close in this area here. So let's move this back and let's start this is Minecraft. At some point it's always Minecraft, isn't it? Yes, it is. So right to here, I'm just going to have that cliff part, otherwise what's holding that dirt up? And I might as well have it come down right at this part of the roof, right here. And so the question is, do I want this? I think I'm not going to have this section of roof and bring this right here over to there on this side. And then this is the thing that we were talking about, that we are going to have this. There is a cave down here, and we definitely don't want anyone or anything going down or coming up. So we're going to fill in this section right here, and I'm just going to fill it in with stone at this level. Or should I do garden? It would be interesting for them to have a little garden right here, wouldn't it? Yeah, I like the idea of that. So let's take this part. This is the solarium right behind us. And this part on the roof. And we did lose a tree right here. We're going to take this tree away. Let's bring this part of this over top to cover that. And in this area, all of this is supposed to be being covered. This was originally covered. And we're probably still going to have the fence here because of the mushrooms. Wow. Cool. That's interesting. White puffball spores. That's very curious. That is. Okay, so let's come here. And let's just go ahead and line this part all the way over to here and fill this part in. And then it'll be daytime and we'll check on the builders and make sure that they have everything. I can look now. I can take this right here and let's look and see what it says. And let's look here. So Catalina is still asking for wood, Luana's still asking for mashed. That might mean that there aren't any. The birch and the oak saplings are gone, and they're not supposed to be taking the saplings from the forester. He's supposed to have a minimum. And there's a shroom light for cash, as well as cactus extra. Interesting. So I think I'm gonna have to go back. And Miriam is asking for magma, so she's out of the first shipment of magma blocks. Let's put this right here for a second. That is going to be most curious. We have to order magma from our Narluk. Our Narluk is actually in a section of glacial ocean where underneath is magma. They're using magma to power their ores manufacturing. So they are used to having enough magma, so we'll be able to get some from them. Let's put this here and bring this over, I think, just right here. I don't want it to look like it is, but I think I'm still gonna have to have this fence at this edge to keep them from walking, to keep the couriers from thinking that this is a way that they can get to the hospital. I think we are going to have to continue to have a fence that comes around on this side. Also, to keep animals, there are wild horses. Wild horses. And so we probably do want to cover this area here, so that we don't have wild horses falling down into this part. Let's put this here, and we'll cover, and this goes to here. So now if we're covering this right here like this, we cover this whole section here, we can take down this fence right here. So let's get an axe, and let's just go ahead and take this fence down in the middle of the night. Although I think we had this fence up to keep someone from walking off this edge, so I guess we are going to have that. And then we have this area here. So what do we want to do about this wall? I mean, this is part of the railroad right there, but what is this? What can we say this is even? Do we need to have a portion here? We do. Why don't we have the glass come down here? And it should be really on the outside, but let's put it on the inside for a second. Put it there. Is this a piece? That's a full piece of wood. And we almost need to have a, what you call it there, panel. I might have a panel on me. I sure do. Look at that. And so I can put it right here. And there we go. All right. So this part is going to be opened up and be, and I want it to look like this whole section right here is a flower bed. Wildflowers, flower bed out here. Let's take this and make this stone. We'll have to stone up a portion of this to keep this from falling down. So we'll put stone from here, I think, on this side, That's one block down. And the same up there. And then on the top part, that would mean that we would need a panel to run along this section here. And so let's see if I have any panel on me. I might, so we can put this wood panel back. And I have andesite. I have cobble. Do I want to cobble some of this? I could cobble some of it. To make it that this is, I'm probably going to have to cobble an amount of it, because what's happening here, is that this is going to stand out beyond the wall. See, it's standing out like that. So I don't know that I want to bring the whole thing down in this. I think I'd almost rather have stone come down from there. We could add some pieces in some places and have it look like it's all been worked on to some degree. Oh, yes. And yes, and we can put those in like that. And then let's get a cutter for a second. Cutter. I know I'm doing this at night. I should go to sleep, right? And then you would be able to see better. Let's come down here. Let's come to this tower. This is Ivan, I believe. And I have too many things in my hand. Let's put these away for now, including these. I can get these from the house. I need that stone with a cutter in order to make something. So let's get a cutter for a minute. Get one of these, and let's take the cutter, and I'm just gonna set it right here. And yes, I'm pulling out my handy cutter. I'm pulling out a handy cutter, and we'll just put it here. Now, did we want to make decorations on it? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Let's try, what's the round one? Let's try that. And let's try this. And let me see what it would look like if we have all these different crazy things there. Let's put this up. We have too many of these, and I make those, so I'm not going to give them all to them. And let's put up this stuff, and let's go to bed. So now it's a second day, at least a second day, where no one's gone to bed. And so that means we're going to close down the resort, because in a little bit, no one's going to work, because they're going to be unhappy about being exhausted and tired. And it looks like, yeah, see, this is what happens. So no one is getting service. And I don't know why that is. Everything seems to be in place. The people are finding their way, and yet it's not happening. So the guest services, we're not going to have her be here. That means that everyone's going to leave. Everyone's going to go home. And it was supposed to be that if they didn't get service in from the chairs that were set around, that they would then go down to the bar and get service, but they're not doing that. And so I still have a problem with that, and I don't know what it is. Now, Ayer was on vacation when I noticed this the first time. I haven't gotten back to him again about trying to get that to work again. But it's me. It's not no one else is complaining who's using the mod, Trade Post for Minecolonies. So it's something that I did when I pulled this hut section out of one of their styles to use in this tavern. And I don't know how it affected the guest services person, but they're still kind of not figuring it out. The bartender is, but they're not. And the bartender is because the bartender is making things, I think, although it doesn't look like it. Let me look here. Although there's bar nuts and there's protein drinks and milkshakes, which means that he is asking for the things that the people wanted. I know, Cohen, I'm sorry. We'll have to figure out some kind of way.
Right away.
I know of getting them to work. So since it's not working, we'll come back. I'm going to take some, maybe I will try and do that. We have about 20 minutes left. I'm going to come over here and get this situated. We're going to need these anyway because we're going to have to do this piece right here also. But let's come down here and look at the wall and see. Am I going to have this section? I don't think so. Let's bring this over. This is one of these things. Might just go ahead and have this part be part of this also right here. And then we can have the wall be here. So let's see what happens if we put in some decorations on this wall. So we can put this in. We've started working on the mine residence. Thank you very much for doing that. We need to do this part too. So we're not going to have this at all. We might as well have this whole section here be glass or whatever. Let's put, and we've got one of these problems, Houston. So we'll have to bring this back in this area and bring the fence down. So look what we've got here. Let's bring this over and we'll bring the fence down on this part right here. And then just go ahead and line this. Yes, to some degree, there is some things that I can't do anything about. But then there are other things that we want to try and do some things with. So that's up on top. It sure is. Let me take this one and put it down one. Ah, it's raining. It's boring. Let's put that in. And then we'll just go ahead and take this part. So once again, but we don't have to worry so much about this wall. We can put some stuff up. Well, we do. And this is the stuff that happens to designers. So when you see stuff, you see all these different buildings and things, think about all the stuff that goes into them. The getting the corners, to making sure, you know, that everything is going to look really nice when it's finished. All of that kind of stuff. I don't like that. Did I use any of these yet? I'm using only those. Okay. So we can put one of these here. And see what's going to happen right here. So we're not going to be able to have stuff all the way. So I think we're going to make it kind of just look like a design on the wall back here. Because in the corners, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have the Houston problem. We are going to have a problem, Houston. We really are going to have a problem there. There it is. So let's take these pieces. And in some areas, we'll have it be here. And in others, we'll have it be in the other. So like right here, we'll just go ahead and have that come around, and so it looks like that. So what does it look like from the inside? From the solarium, what does it look like? So the solarium, I notice, is full of dirt right here, and there's even water. Let's take this and put there so the water goes away. And let's bring this whole piece out. So we don't want any dirt in this area. So we're just going to take all of this away here. Put in this. And this is the floor. Yes, it is. So we can take these pieces and put in floor right along here. And so we have too many things there. And I kind of like the idea. We took this away and made this, that this is a place where they can come and sit and enjoy the outside when it's not raining. And so I think I want it to be like this. And if that's going to be there, we can, where is it? Did I put it away? I think I did. 1 sec. Let's go to here. Let's get one of these and put here. I can put some of this here, but I think I want to hold on to it for a minute. So right here, put this. This, and there we go, and this, and that closes that part off. And so we have the thing with the lanterns again. Where do we, again? Wow, this is another thunderstorm. I think I'm going to sleep here in the hospital. I am. Oh wait. I have stuff in my hand. Let's put this up. It's got I'm not holding anything. And let's go to sleep. Another thunderstorm. Wow. Okay. So, this is the hospital. Now this place is actually open on this side. But we closed up the one on that side. I'm going to cough. Okay. And this was always like this part right here. And we put books into this section, usually. And we actually did go ahead and take this part. See this part that's right here? And just go ahead and bring it around and not have it be, yeah, I know that this section is supposed to be Hobbit-like, but there are some aspects of it. I wonder what has me coughing. And now we need bookcases here. So these are in the world. Don't need these pieces here. Let them go. This one we'll put back here. And I think I have one of these. Nope, I don't. So these are in the world. I'd like to hold on to these two for a minute. I think my time is running out. I think my voice is going, we're tired. So let me come here. I only had like an hour nap to the night, so I haven't been to sleep yet, actually. And whoops. So let's do both of these cases, and we'll put them right into this section right here. So we can put these in, and then fill the rest. That, and I kind of really like that. Okay. And then that goes down to the other rooms downstairs. In the hospital, we might want to have the yeah, I'm going to align it. I'm going to align it with wood, my wood. So we'll take the oak and put it up, and then we'll have to figure out where to put the lights back. But I'm just going to go ahead and put roofing on the ceiling right here where the dirt is, so that it's not dank and moldy in those sections. Is there dirt here? There is. So let's take that piece, and here we can take another piece and put in that spot, and a piece and put there. So I see this piece of roof here. Is that at the ground level? It is. So this is going to show up above. But yeah, I don't want that to show. So let's do this, bring this here, and let's go ahead and cover that with ceiling right here. Right there. And then cover this part with ceiling right here. And come down. There we go. I was in the way. No. There. All right. So we have that part. So we're going to leave this window, which means that we might want to put some stone out in this part right here too. Let me take this frame down for a second. Let's go out for a minute and see what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this. So right here where this is, we're going to do the same thing again here, where we're just going to fence this part right here around. And I'm just doing this to keep animals from falling in. There are wild animals in the hills, and so we're protecting them as well. And there we have it. See up here? See, we have sheep and pigs, and I believe horses. Now the horses, it's hot, so the horses might have gone back into the taiga more because it's cooler. Although there's one right there. So in the middle of the day too. That's pretty warm. Catalina, what's going on with you?
'Tis a fine afternoon.
Yes, do you need something? You do. Okay. So Catalina is a level 5. She shouldn't need so see where she is walking? And this is the reason why we wanted to put some fencing in some areas. There's housing here, and I didn't want them crossing over, trying to get to something in these areas right here. I didn't want that to happen. So that's why we have it the way it is. Let's bring this down flat, and in this part right here, let's bring this back so that we can in fact put stone at the ends of this. And I don't have any handy. Hold on. So just go over here and get some stone. Mr. Villager. Maybe simply fill the gap. Yeah, I don't want to because I want there to actually be this window right here. See this window? I want it to be that if they wanted to, they could open that window. How are you? Yes, it is. We have some weird holes in this area. We definitely do. And so we're putting in so that the dirt is covered right there. Now those should grow. Yeah, it's growing in. I can't wait. Okay. Yeah, so we have a place here, and then we have a place here, and that has to do with the solarium inside the clinic. I want there to be this sunroom. Hi. Yes, I am. Thank you. So see, this makes a sunroom right here. And we're going to put some flowers in this section right there. But they can actually sit in this area and get sun. And I like that. And then in this hallway, we did get rid of the window that was here. There wasn't anything that we could do about that window. And so we did do that. But this one here, they can actually see the sky a little bit from there. And so I wanted to preserve that window. But it doesn't make sense, does it? Do you think I should, Mr. Villager? Do you think I should? I was trying to make it so that there was a little bit more air, but maybe not so. See, this part has been repaired now. So this is the clinic right here. And up here, we have this part where the solarium is, where we wanted it. But I guess we don't need this. I guess I won't worry about it. We'll take the, I think you're right. We'll take the window away from here. Oink. And just go ahead and fill this up. So right here, where the window was supposed to be, we're just going to fill this in. There's a piece right there. So we'll just fill in with wall in this part right here like this. And I guess we can put something there. Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is okay, but I think this is going to be too much. And we already have another hole that we're going to have in that area. Let me get some of this and put some of this away for a second. And I'm going to go into here, although I could have gone into the hospital and used a hospital bed, but we're going to come here We'll close the curtain for now and go to sleep for a moment. So I still don't have everyone in bed yet. And so I'm going to have to go to other parts of the town this next night and make sure that everyone goes to bed. Otherwise, everyone's just going to stop working because they haven't had any sleep because the resort was open. So I haven't had any sleep. You're not growing. This is interesting. Ah, I see. It's a different type of dirt. And that's why it hasn't grown in. And I do have a bone. I do have bone meal. What in the world? Did you just do that? All right, so now it'll fill in. It's just two different types of dirt there. So we'll leave that for a minute. We'll wait. Here, we can go ahead and put the stone in all the way up to the grass level right here, and we'll just cover this whole thing with this. So that takes care of that. You're right. It takes care of that. But this one I do want to have, and this one here, I think I want to do flowers, but I don't think this is going to give me enough flowers. I think I have to actually plant flowers, the kind of flowers that I want here. So right up here we have these, and these. Ooh, those are pretty. The Angelicas. So we can put in, only really going to be able to put in a row in some areas. See, I can't put anything there. So we'll put some here, and let's put some of these ones right in the spot. Don't want so much the same, except for this. So I can put this in. And yeah, see how little I can put in this area, but that, like that, will look pretty from there. And I'm okay with that. Is that a glow? It most certainly is. Let's bring this glow down, and we'll trade out one of these. Let's trade this out with the glow in right there. Why, thank you. Thank you. So yes, so there we are. So there it is, and that's the solarium area of the farm clinic. And we just closed in, so when we're going to have chairs here, and they can see the plants right there, and that'll be fun. And so now I just have to the stone retaining wall. Oh good, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, something we tried different this time. Let's look here. So that's where that wall, there was a window there, but it doesn't look like there was ever a window there. So that's good. And then in one of these rooms, we did something to the ceiling. Ah, there it is, right in this room here, I think. We did something to the ceiling, but the ceiling's okay. We're just going to leave it like that. If I wanted to, it's going up 1, 2, This is 1, 2, 3, a full 3. So I could panel this whole area and make it look even. And I do have paneling. So for instance, right here, but it should be lighter, don't you think? Because it's so dark down here, it would almost be better. Hold on. Let's come here. Let's come here. And let's put away these right here. I'll hold on to the other. Let's come to here, and I'm putting this back. This can stay. And these guys can come down. They didn't get put away. And let's just put them away for just a minute. So, Mr. Villager, how are you? Did I ask that question? How are you? How are you doing? Let's make these go away. Let's hold on to these. And let's see what happens if we make the ceiling lighter in here. Yay, Josiah. Excellent. If we actually... No. I want to plaster the ceiling. Why don't we plaster the ceiling? Ooh. Ooh, that would be interesting. Let's take this and let's put the oak back. Let's put the birch back. You're doing good? Okay, good, good. Let's get a cutter. Yes, let's get a cutter. And let's get terracotta. And let's do light terracotta. So we're trying to lighten up the ceiling in here. So let's come to here.
That was some good dinner today.
Well, that's good, Estella. I'm really glad that you enjoyed your dinner. That's excellent. And so we're going to cover the ceiling with this stone, this plaster. And it looks like that. Yeah, I think I like that. So what are we going to do in the places like this where this light is? For the time being, we're going to move the light to here and take that one down until I get the... Bless you. Someone needs to be in the hospital. They're sneezing. They're sneezy. Let's put here and here. And so the roof of this room looks like this. I like that. That works. Let's do candles here. Although we could do lanterns here. So what I kind of figure is, although they would have just done candles, wouldn't they? Yeah, I think so. I think they would have. And they would have done the candles that are softer so that people go to sleep. So let's do one of these candles. Let's get a lighter. So these candles are very soft. And this is Dawn of Time. And look how soft that is. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, and when the doctor comes in, they'll just have to bring a light with them for this. A cold isn't a reason to occupy a sick bed? Yeah, but if people who had colds occupied sick beds, less people would have colds. Because one of the things that happens is that the people who have colds give them to other people because they're not at home in the bed. If they have a cold. With a wooden ceiling. I know, and that's the thing. that's the thing that it's like, okay, so if there was a wooden ceiling in here, it would be, oh, there is still that part right there. But I mean, this is how people lived before. This is too tall, is what he's saying. Let me get the other one. That one's too tall. Let's bring down a gold one. And we'll set a gold one here. And so the room is lit like that. Sickness badges, and then the sick would be apart from the healthy. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that is something that could happen. Like that. Why are you here instead of being all the way back in the corner? What do you think about that? Let's put, I'd rather put this back here, and we'll set the candle on top of that. Let's not have the barrel in the room. And for now, that's what we're having. Let's look at this room and see. This one's okay. It's very interesting. There's some mushrooms in here. I think I'm going to not have both of these be the same. I really like these in the hospital. I like those better. I do. I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to use Dawn of Time. Let's go to Dawn of Time for a minute. Dawn of Time has a plant that I think would work better than the big pot. And that is in the Japanese section in furniture. And there it is. Let's see if this is smaller and better for the table. Kinda, it's the same, isn't it? Except the pot doesn't look as big. See how big these pots are right here. And that looks smaller there. And you don't even notice the roof anymore. I know, this is my favorite of all the flowers. This pot from Dawn of Time. Ikebana, the Ikebana pot. I like that a lot. Okay. So in the hallways, I think I am going to end up still having the lanterns because of the roof. But they are slightly better than the original bookshelves. However, it shall be said both are nice, are good enough, just different utilities. Yeah, I think you're right about that. We're going to take these out. These right here. This is challenge, and I don't necessarily like them right there. So we're going to put that in this place. These work really well in the hospital. They look really nice. I'd rather have a table here. Let's put a table in between and do that. I mean, we could put the oak table from Valhelsia in between. Like that. And that's not bad. Although a desk table would be better. Let's look at desk. And do Valhelsia's desk piece. Because I think it'll... Oh, it still does the same thing. Okay. Actually, the table looked better. So let's go back to the table for a minute. It looked better. Do I still have it? No, it went away. Table. And let's go down to Valhelsia's tables. I could do this, or I could do one with the tablecloth. The tablecloth tables are doing that thing like the panels have started doing, where they have this super shine to them. Excuse me, that makes them not fit. Oh, look what time it is. What in the world? Hold on. So yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, I definitely like that better. Few wool stair slabs for waiting or resting. Yeah. And in here especially, in this area especially, I'm taking this out. I'd rather almost have a table there. I understand why they have those. And here's another one of those things too right there. But I am out of time, Mr. Villager. You made it just in time, actually. And with this section, we did a different floor, I think. And if we have the covering downstairs in those rooms, we can do a different floor here. But it depends on the fact that this is sort of medieval. But they still did stone floors. They did palazzo floors and stone floors. Stone floors would be cold in a hospital, though, when there's only fireplaces. And I'll have to, Mr. Villager, I'll show you before I go. I might as well stay the half hour since you're here for a minute. Hold on. I've been concentrating and I didn't turn on the light. I'm building another sugar farm and I made a mistake and it interferes with the farmhouse that we had here. And I'm gonna have to do something about it, but I have to wait until the sugar farm is a level 5 and then we'll fix this house. I'm sorry. They don't sleep here anyway. They've all gone to houses in the neighborhood to sleep. And so they're here somewhere, probably upstairs here. Now this house is pretty full. Interesting. So yeah, so this is something that I miscalculated. And so I'll actually have to fix this after this farm is done. This is the sugar field across the way, and we're still waiting for it to be done. So both of those things we're waiting for them to be done. So where are the people? They're probably in these houses here. Your people are in them, those houses. And what else? But this is a level 5 now, so all the changes that I'm doing are changes that can be there. There we go. And there. There are some places where I don't need the Hobbit, reference that these are in the ground dirt because this is hospital and we're not hobbits. So we're not going to have all of the aspects of Hobbiton with these particular pieces. I think I can replace that. Yes, I can. There we go. So yeah, so I want this hospital. I love this hospital. And so we'll do it like this. So this is mold on here, and if anyone knows anything about mold, it is it would burn up. If anything, this should be scarred or cracked. I would almost rather that it was cracked stone back there rather than mold, because it's, yeah, I'd rather have those be there. I know they want some sort of mark for the smoke, but then if you're going to do that, you might as well make it. The style seems to have been a bit misplanned. This is Shire. And Shire is wonderful. I like a lot of Shire. I like Shire pieces. And it's John's style. John Ryer, although Shire was originally a group of, I think it's credited to the team, because I know that Shire was one of those where the developing team started to get interested in making styles, and Shire is, I believe, credited to the team, although the Shire Editions is John, and the Shire Editions, like the stable, he's working on the stable now, but it's showing John and Daddy Pig and others, because I do remember the team helping with Shire before it was introduced to styles, that they worked on it and stuff. And yeah, so it's supposed to be, maybe it's just a personal view. Yeah, it's supposed to be, supposed to look like Hobbiton and have that kind of feel to it. And here where we are, is the wall there? Good. Where we are, does the wall show on the outside? No, good. Okay. And where we are right now, we don't need that piece. We don't need all of the Hobbiton kind of feel to it, but we have a couple of Shire buildings. So we have the clinic, the hospital, and this is a change of mind, Mr. Villager, because the actual building, the Shire building, looks like this. Let's go there. Shire proper. And this hospital is supposed to, I don't see it, didn't show up. So let's X. Oh, there it is, X. And then let's come back up and find it for a second. So this is the way the hospital's supposed to look. It's supposed to be in a hill. And if it's in a hill, it would look like this. We took away some of the front parts of it, and we don't need all this side because it's not on top of the hill. And so that's changed some of the look. And then of course this part is underground, but that's changed a little bit of the look of it. And those trees are, I'm not up high enough to get those trees out. But this is the way it's supposed to look. And I've actually, and do you remember Emney Island? Emney Island was 19, and it was before Seabridge. It was where we had the mermaid. It was where Zaff had his own ship. Remember, we had ships coming into the harbor of that island, and we had this hospital. This hospital was on a hill and fit very nicely into there. And so it's one of the buildings that I like to use. like I said, I didn't think I was going to be doing too much of this kind of build where I have, how many of those do I have? I don't have enough to put that away. Let's put these two here and bring this down. I'm gonna have to check on the builders, but I am pretty close to saying good day, sir. But yes, but the reason I chose it was because I could put it in the rail tunnel and it would look like that. And that's what I had in mind, that in the rail tunnel entrance would be the clinic opening right here. And I definitely like that. Now, if I wanted to, I could put where she is, I could do the same thing on that side and bring this whole wood piece over and make it look like this. 1, 2, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just have this whole thing come there and have it have actually a window on that side too. We could have a window on this side also. 1, 2, 2, 3. But we have to bring the wood down on this part and put the wood across. And then we might as well go ahead and put a full beam across here. Just make this whole section here be a full beam. But this is one of the things that I like about Minecolonies, is that you can do anything you want. And the styles become a way of, do you want to, so see where that is? That's right here. So only one of these is going to show right here. There's nothing behind on this side. So we could just put stone into this part and make it look like the rest of the tunnel in that section. And I think I want to do that. I'm going to move this set down, this set here. Yeah, let's move this set over to here, next to there. And there's no way that we can put a window there, so we'll just leave it like that. Yeah, see on the inside right here, there's nothing there. That's actually going up to the ground right there. So yeah, so we can't put a window there, so we'll just leave it. Let's look. And if you reveal your secret formula, Minecolonies will be impossible to defeat. Oh yeah? That's interesting. That is most curious. And dun, 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 dun. So there's Catalina, and Catalina finally got the tools that she was waiting for. And just for a second, because I remembered it just now, I'm going to come here and we're going to change Catalina. She's a level 5 farmer now, and she was a brand new farmer when she first started, but I think she's at the point now where she can have diamond. So we're going to take these 2 away and we're going to add diamond to these. And we need one of these, and we want her to have 3. So we'll put them there. It does make a difference in the yield if they have the maximum tool. And I'm not using nether, what is it, that nether stuff, netherite. It's just too difficult to get. but the diamond stuff is going to be fine. And so she needs that, and she needs a diamond axe because she's doing wheat. So let's do an axe just in case, and a diamond one right there. And so she's good. She's good to go. The sun is setting, and they will monopolize Minecraft city building if they do what you yearn for in Techtopia Reborn. If it goes to Techtopia Reborn, you'll be leveled. You'll be leveled up. You mean that they'll be more interesting? Is that what you're saying? All right, so everyone's starting to go home because it is, in fact, the sunset. And it's showing the sunset. It's just not showing any time that makes sense. So, journey maps there's still something going on there. And we couldn't find it. We spent about 10 minutes looking at it and couldn't find what we wanted to find in regards to that. All right, so I will come back and work and decide on a floor. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we want. I don't necessarily think the carpet is easy. I can understand Estella wanting to have carpet back here in the place where she works, and that's fine. Oh, an invisible rack. So we'll put that there. But let's take this up for a minute. Let's get purple wool. Let's get a piece of purple wool. Let's see if this shows in the hallway. Ah, interesting. So that's going to show in the hall, but we need at least a piece of that right there. And we'll just put this in. That's interesting. I know, I saw that. Let's go and see where that is in the hallway and see if we want to cover that with what? Oh, it doesn't show here. It must be in one of the rooms. It's not in this one. Oh, I should have known. Or this one. Da, da, da. So where does it show? Maybe it doesn't. Yay. Okay, and we'll cover that wall. But we could do the same with this hallway. And where are we going to have the lanterns? We'll have to have them sit on things, like right here, and plaster the ceiling. Maybe simply cut the carpet. Yeah, plaster the ceiling right here. What happened to it? I have it in here, so I don't have to worry. So we'll take this and come out and just cover this whole part right here, especially because there's dirt and all different color wood and all that kind of stuff right in that. It actually kind of looks, there it is. Dun, 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 we found it. It looks really nice with a plaster ceiling. Doesn't it? It does. Definitely looks nice. We'd have to have some place to put light here. But we have this table, so we could put it right on the table. Right there. And what is the time? I have 1 minute before the half, and we will have been 3.5 hours streaming tonight. It's much more night than it is morning for me. Normally I stream from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., but I started 2 hours early, or an hour early. 2 hours. Yeah. Wow. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So the downstairs part has this hallway being stone, and then it has the curious wood part here, and then we're going to put in couches in this section, and now we have that part. So yeah, I think so. Oh, and we forgot. Now, we didn't get a notification that there's a problem, but she was asking for more magma, and they probably brought it to her, and that's probably what happened, why I didn't notice it, is that she brought one of the greenhouses needed magma, some more magma to get it done. So this is it. And we did work on that, and we still have some work to do on this. And remember, we took away the lights that were there, so we can put lights back right quick. I'm just going to put a light right here. Actually, it belongs right here, right where those stones are. That's the match for lights here. It's supposed to be on the outside, but of these entrances, and that's fine. And then we have them right there at the hospital, and I like that. So thank you, everyone. Let me get yay, Josiah and Maisie finished. We're gonna have kids this coming week. Today's Tuesday. I think we're going to be able to have kids. I think we are, to have another set of kids. I know, I'm sorry. I know, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Villager. I know. I'm glad you made it. I really am, and I was wonderful. It was a wonderful surprise to have you be here. I know this time period is probably okay, because you're probably supposed to be sleeping right now in the middle of the empty concert hall, clapping hands. Aww. No, there are lots of people here. There's a few people. Yeah, so it's good. It's good. Everybody, enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And we've been listening to Drone Hands music today in the background. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now, play the guitar, and both musicians can be found in the About information. And you're leaving too? Okay, cool. All right. And so here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.